taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
But at least now this coming weekend we actually have some fights, and of course the biggest fight this weekend, which is going to be on pay-per-view, but we'll get more into that, is one Jose Zepeda, and he will be facing Regis Prograis for the vacant WBC Super Lightweight title. Now, at any given time, we will expect this to be possibly on ESPN, as that's Zepeda is signed to Top Rank, and Regis Prograis is a promotional free agent who's been wandering on different platforms here for the last couple of years. But the WBC held an actual bid for this, and Top Rank was outbid by an upstart in Marv Nation, who paid $2 million for this fight. So I think the split is like, is it like 70-30 or it's half something? Either way, they're both getting paydays. Zepeda and Prograis, they're both getting $1 million paydays. And so Marv Nation, granted because the dude has money and everything like that behind there, is putting this on pay-per-view that you can see on Fight TV. And I know, shout out to my man Lukey. He had a tweet that I completely agree with today, and I retweeted on the Ring Gang account and my own personal account that he is tired of pay-per-views. And yes, I am absolutely tired. I agree with you, Lukey. I am tired of pay-per-view. Pay-per-views, especially for fights that we don't think are pay-per-view quality. This fight is great. It's a great fight. There's no question about that. It's a great fight. We love the fight, but we don't love pay-per-view platform on this. Like, it's not a pay-per-view fight. It's never been a pay-per-view fight. Like, it can't be a pay-per-view. It shouldn't be a pay-per-view fight. What I'm saying? But yeah, it's pay-per-view, and I forgot how much it costs. I think it's like $30.
It's $60.
It's $60.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yep.
My boy ordered it. It's $60 for real.
Yep, $60.
I mean, the card's good. I look into the card's pretty good.
Conwell's on it. I shout out to Conwell.
Y'all just named one nigga. I don't mean the card good. Who else on this motherfucker?
No, I know.
They got Conwell. They got the heavyweight guy Jalalov. He's fighting the dude that walked out on a jog boat, but he got a big win over this German undefeated dude, Curtis Harper.
Curtis Harper is not. I mean, Curtis Harper, he's riding the upset win, but Curtis Harper quit against Ajaba, and then he almost beat Chris Arreola on PBC TV like 4 or 5 years ago.
This card is not worth $60.
It's not worth $60.
No. It's not worth $60. Not even. I'm not even like. I'm glad that Conwell at least is fighting again, because I know that's the big. Conwell is one of the biggest talents that's not fighting. That's not signed to anyone major. So
the Probellum one.
Yeah, it's actually nice to see him and Prograis fight on the card, because they're like easily two most talented guys in two of the biggest stacked divisions that don't get a chance to really show how good they are.
Right. Yeah. For one, I mean, Conwell's because of just a bunch of unfortunate politics and shit. Whereas Prograis has gotten so much money from doing what he's doing that he doesn't really. He prefers to do what he's doing. Like he gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I mean, 1 minute he was on PBC, next he's on Triller, and next he's like, I
thought, because the way y'all made it sound like he was doing something outside of the ring.
No, I'm saying, but I think Prograis and Charles Conlon. Well, this is a Probellum. I mean, I know it's Marv Nation, but this is really a Probellum event. So Probellum.
I've heard Marv Nation. Marv does like local shows in LA, but nothing. Yeah. This is the first thing of. This is the first time he's doing something of this magnitude.
And I heard Zepeda got in a car accident today or some shit. Like no accident. I mean no injuries, but he got arrested a couple weeks ago, and now he's on some getting in a car accident type shit.
Car accidents happen every day, B.
That's just weird that one guy in this card is getting like targeted with bad different fuckery each week. It just.
Zepeda was always having these weird car accidents, and like I'm thinking to myself, like Jesus Christ, like he does realize that he's finally getting a second world title shot after like how many fucking years that he needs to be a little bit more careful of what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for the longest time, I think we all, say he deserves a title shot. So he's finally getting.
I remember exactly when I said it too. I said before we did the preview for Zepeda and Baranchyk, I was like, because Baranchyk, had not been knocked out before, but he's given hard fights to a lot of people. It's like, yo, if Zepeda ends this dude, like, yeah, give him a fucking title shot. And lo and behold, after one of the greatest fights, of all time, after 8 fucking knockdowns, and he brutally knocks dude out, and I'm like, shit. Yeah, give this nigga give this nigga a title shot. Like, the fuck?
but then he pitches one of the worst performances ever.
The Lundy fight, right?
In the Lundy fight.
Where it was too close for comfort, like too close.
It was like, oh, is he ruined? But then he ended up ruining that boy Josue Vargas.
Josue Vargas.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's more that Vargas wasn't that good because we saw what happened afterwards. So even after the Zepeda fight, he lost again. So.
And I think they have also on this card, Yokasta Val, the one, Oscar's new, he's, like super bad, the same division, that chick. She's fighting somebody, but I don't think got Fernando Vargas.
I can't believe they have Vargas as the
opener,
the better favorite over Zepeda.
What?
You mean Zepeda?
Oh yeah.
You mean Zepeda over Prograis? Zepeda's the betting favorite.
No, I'm talking about the Vargas.
The Vargas, right? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
They got Vargas' son, right? Vargas' son.
Oh God, never mind. Jeez.
Josue Vargas, bro. We're not talking about
Oh yeah.
But Fernando Vargas' son is good though.
Yeah, Fernando Vargas. Yeah, he's
Which one? There's more than one Vargas son.
Yeah,
both of them are good.
ESPN, but the
one look real good.
Yeah,
Fernando Vargas is the one. He's actually fighting on this pay-per-view. He's actually
he's probably opening.
Junior?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's at 154. He's the super welterweight.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, pretty much this is like a showcase card that's going pay-per-view, but
a showcase pay-per-view. Oh hell no.
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're gonna tune in because, like I said, Zepeda Prograis is definitely worth our attention. There's a fight, and Zepeda, pretty much now. Obviously, we know that with the vacant title on the line. I mean, we all know that Zepeda, obviously, should he win, then he has either Jose Ramirez waiting for him or a possible fight with Teofimo Lopez.
It's Ramirez. Zepeda only got this fight because Ramirez was unavailable.
So. Getting married. Yeah, he got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't think. Do you think he deserves it? I mean, I know he kind of deserves it because he is one of the best at 140. But like, you got married, turned it down. Shouldn't you wait a little bit? But no.
I mean, he did beat Pedraza earlier this year,
right?
Yeah.
So he kind of like he low key kind of put in more work than a lot of niggas this year just off of that win.
Yeah. That's also very true. But yeah, it's just and then Prograis just is he's. It's one thing's for sure. Prograis has made a lot of money in a very short amount of time. He's made to move how he moves. Like if we follow him. Prograis forever. Like I mean, it is refreshing to see that. Hey, he's like he invests his money. He does all this shit and stuff like that. But like there's only so much time you can put up videos of you hitting a fucking like a big ass burlap sack and shit like that, or diving into swamp infested water, on some Cajun shit, and just like nigga, get back in the fucking ring. You're too talented to be not like you look at your peers at 140, like bro, like you need to be fighting like more than once a year, like.
It's like it's weird. He doesn't really get mentioned when you talk about 140. It's like, I mean, he's obviously there, right? But he hasn't
even been able to make 140.
Yeah.
Like,
and he don't want to move up. He said he only moved up for a Josh Taylor fight, which I don't get. But I guess maybe he does what he wants.
Yeah. So Prograis, he's been moving real funny, and I mean, it's hurt his appeal because it's like, I mean, I've seen him fight live before. Like I think PEF too. Like he was on the. When we saw Thurman Porter, like he was on that card, so it was like, the dude has all the talent in the world. Like you're in the World Boxing Super Series. Like you have one of the best fights in the last couple of years with Josh Taylor. Like you don't even go and try to avenge the fucking loss. Like what did you like?
And then that Hooker decision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that kind of fucked some of his momentum. I feel
Yeah. Yeah. See, he's been moving some crazy, and then also taking fights that we're not interested in, like fucking Red Cash on Triller and Heraldus on PBC, and then that shit that he on Dubai on the Pro Bellum card because he signed a Pro Bellum too. I think he's on Pro Bellum as well.
Yeah, he's on Pro Bellum. He's on Pro Bellum. Yeah, him and Conwell, and I think Jalalov, the heavyweights, on Pro Bellum. They're all. This is basically a Pro Bellum kind of, I don't know. I'm not trying to. It feels like it's a Pro Bellum card, low key.
Yeah,
it is. Because it is. Let's call
it.
It is.
It's a Pro Bellum card, really.
So, what are we thinking for Prograis and Zepeda too, in terms of how you think it's going to play out? LB, I'll let you start this off.
I believe Prograis by late knockout.
Oh damn! So you don't think Zepeda will probably his arms too short to box with God, son? Like,
well, what's late? What round, brother?
Give me the 10th round.
10th round. Zepeda's only been stopped once, but then that's because he dislocated his shit.
Prograis hits hard enough. Zepeda's dare to be hit, and Prograis just. I think both of them have a style fit for each other to make a great fight. But Prograis just, I think, has a little more power, quicker hands, better defense. I think he's just a better. It's like everything Zepeda could do, Prograis could do a little better. And then when you got somebody who could do everything you could do a little better, and it's like, damn. And then he can do his own shit too.
Right.
He got good head movement. You know how to pressure you, work the body. I don't like his hand placement sometimes. I felt like Josh Taylor beat him off a jab because he couldn't really defend against it in time.
No, he didn't. Well, he made the adjustment late, like stupid late.
Yeah, and it's too late by then. The fight's already too close, or right. You already was losing, so now you got to come back, and you in his hometown, whatever. So yeah, but I feel like if Prograis gets a quick start out, he just kind of takes over, and I don't think he lets up. Zepeda can give him a good go at it though.
Right.
Because Zepeda got the firepower in the boxing division, but I think Prograis see everything he got and just do his thing and take him out late. 10th round.
Alright. That's a 10th round knockout. P, what about you?
Man, Prograis is gonna put his foot in Zepeda's ass. I really don't think Zepeda has that much left. I think he looked good against Vargas, but we saw what Vargas was made of. But he's not the same guy. I think that Baranchik fight took a lot out of him. We saw it in the Lundy fight. I think the Vargas fight was an anomaly, and I just feel like Prograis with his style, his activity, he's gonna be relentless. He's gonna outwork him, and he's gonna hurt him a couple of times. I think so. I'm 8th round stoppage.
Okay, 8th round, 10th round. Pilot, what about you?
Man, I was gonna say 8. But
I'd be quicker than that.
I thought, this could be a fight of the year kind of contender. Maybe I could go to a close decision, late Prograis stoppage. But with the shit that's been going on with Zepeda, I would say I'm probably gonna go with the stoppage for Regis Prograis, and he's gonna stop him in the 7th round.
7th round,
but it'll be good for the first few. But I think he'll drop him like in the 4th or 5th, and just finish him off shortly thereafter.
I mean, I will say this though. I do think the one thing that's underrated about Zepeda is he does punch hard. Like, he is a hard puncher.
Yeah, definitely.
He's very so. I mean, Prograis himself. Like, I don't see a knockdown, but I'm pretty sure Prograis was not going to just go wade in and try to go through Zepeda without getting lit up, But I agree with LB. I do think that Prograis does a lot of things that Zepeda does, but on a slightly higher level. With the exception, of course, defending on the jab. But Zepeda is an actual good boxer. But I do think that Prograis' physical boxing talents and also his physical abilities do far exceed Zepeda, and I think Zepeda. Thankfully he got the Vargas fight. He looked good in that one, like he's supposed to. But he said, I don't think he shook off all of the Baranchek fight, but I do think he's tough enough to at least last the distance. So I do think Prograis will just win a unanimous decision over him. But I mean, like I said, I'm just putting a little bit more respect on Zepeda, like I say, because dude was dropped by Baranchek 4 times, like brutally, like on some brutal shit, and still came back to knock the dude out. Like Baranchek probably punches as hard as Prograis, so at least in my opinion. So I mean, but yeah, no, I can't wait to see this fight. And like I said, if Prograis does win this title, hopefully that he actually does something with it.
He'll fight Ramirez next. I hope so.
Yeah, but no, but he'll probably fight Ramirez on Dubai because he's not signed to Top Rank or anything like that. Prograis will probably put him on some fuck ass card in Saudi Arabia. Because Prograis lost its TV rights after all that other shit that went down.
Yep.
Saying no, but yeah, like I said, it's a good fight, but pay-per-view, this should not be pay-per-view. I mean, I understand, hey, Charles Conwell's gonna get a payday, and then all that stuff, but it's just this I would have preferred for this just to be on ESPN Plus or some shit like that or something.
Conwell got to somehow get the PBC or something. I know he was arguing with DeBella, his promoter, on Twitter publicly and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's got to somehow he's got to get free somehow of the shackles. He's too talented.
Yeah. Conwell I think is too talented to be caught up in the bullshit that's been going down with like that. So I mean, I mean, you just hope that he uses pay-per-view to maybe as a launching pad to something else. Because dude is a problem to 154 pounders, but it's hard to actually say But if dude is not fighting these 154 pounders, he could easily beat someone or give him someone like a really hard fight. But yeah, you just hope that they can actually he could actually straighten all this shit out. Because he shouldn't be. Yeah. It's time for him. It's time for him to get to try to at least get himself a title, something, But yeah, it's on Saturday night. If you want to pay $59.99, $60 on Fight TV, if you have it or stream it, that's where it's gonna be. And I wonder if it's gonna be like Triller 2, Triller 2.0. I mean, let's put it this way. I mean. Which has much horrible broadcasting, people in the booth that's been going on in all these other platforms. Marv Nation can't be that much worse. Right?
Marv Nation and BLK Prime's the future. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, between that and BLK Prime, I can't wait to see what these broadcasts are gonna look like. Whew, to be a boxing fan, to be in this shit though.